Johnny plays the big boy now, now that he's left his head behind, now that he's grown a different mind, all of his own. Johnny plays the island man, buried his head in the city sand, buried his heart in a future plan, both made of stone. But when he wakes to the morning sting, or looks in deep for words to sing, oh, it's the news that the postman brings. Johnny's alone. He says he's gonna be a star and wave at kids from a big man's car, and break away from his friends who are Johnny's home. Johnny plays with the big boys now, now that he's left his head behind, now that he's grown a different mind. Johnny's alone. But when he wakes to the morning sting, or looks in deep for words to sing, oh, it's the news that the postman brings. Johnny's alone. Johnny plays with the big boys now, now that he's left his head behind, now that he's grown a different mind. Johnny's alone.
Next song, a very modest little song, comes from Ireland, and it's called There Are Three Lovely Lasses from Banyan, and I Am the Best of Them All. There are three lovely lasses from Banyan, Banyan, Banyan. There are three lovely lasses from Banyan, and I am the best of them all. Yes, I am the best of them all. And me father has said I can marry, marry, I can marry. And me father has said I can marry for the price of a goat and a cow, for the price of a goat and a cow. So I'm sending me shoes to be mended, mended, to be mended. So I'm sending me shoes to be mended, and me petticoats to be dyed green, and me petticoats to be dyed green. And next Monday morning I'll meet him, meet him, I'll meet him. And next Monday morning I'll meet him, and I shall be dressed like a queen, and I shall be dressed like a queen. There are three lovely lasses from Banyan, Banyan, Banyan. There are three lovely lasses from Banyan, and I am the best of them all, and I am the best of them all.
actually, sloth used to be one of my officially listed hobbies. Remember Monday morning last, do you? Possibly not, but Monday morning is the time when I sort of wake up with a mouth like the inside of a bus driver's glove. And Cyril Tawney wrote a little song about Monday morning, which I sometimes sing on Sunday nights, in fact, at the Duncow. And it goes something like this. Too soon to be out of me bed, too soon to be back at this bus queue caper, or fumbling for change for me picture paper on a Monday morning. Wrong end of the week for a smile, wrong end of the day for being civil. There's many a saint would be a devil on a Monday morning. Where is the weekend now? Where is the whiskey and beer I tasted? Gone the same way as the pay I wasted on a Monday morning. If only the birds would booze, if only the sun were a party giver, if I could lend somebody else me liver on a Monday morning. My lover, she lies asleep, my lover is warm and her heart is mellow. I trade you the world just to share her pillow on a Monday morning. Too soon to be out of me bed, too soon to be back at this bus queue caper, or fumbling for change for me picture paper on a Monday morning. Monday morning.
It's a song written by Joni Mitchell, which I imagine you all know, called Woodstock. I came upon a child of God. He was walking on down the road, and I asked him, "Where are you going?" And this he told me, "I'm going down to Yazga's farm. I'm gonna join in a rock and roll band. I'm gonna camp out on the land and try to set my soul free. We are stardust, we are golden, and we've got to get ourselves back to the garden." So can I walk beside you? I have come here to lose the smog, and I feel to be a cog in something turning. So maybe it's the time of year, or maybe it's the time of man, but I don't know who I am, and life is for learning. We are stardust, we are golden, and we've got to get ourselves back to the garden. By the time we got to Woodstock, we were 500,000 strong, and everywhere was song of celebration. And I dreamed I saw the bombers riding shotgun in the sky, and they turned to butterflies above our nation. We are stardust, we are golden, and we've got to get ourselves back to the garden. We are stardust, we are golden, and we've got to get ourselves back to the garden.
Bottle of wine, fruit of the vine, when you gonna let me get sober? Let me alone, let me go home, let me go back and start over. Rambling round this dirty old town, singing for nickels and dimes. Time's getting tough, I ain't got enough to buy a little bottle of wine. Bottle of wine, fruit of the vine, when you gonna let me get sober? Let me alone, let me go home, let me go back and start over. Little old town, older than hell, dark as a coal in the mine. Blankets are thin, I lay there and grin, hugging my bottle of wine. Bottle of wine, fruit of the vine, when you gonna let me get sober? Let me alone, let me go home, let me go back and start over. Pain in my head, bugs in my bed, my pants are so old that they shine. Out on the street, tell the people I meet, won't you buy a little bottle of wine? Bottle of wine, fruit of the vine, when you gonna let me get sober? Let me alone, let me go home, let me go back and start over. Teacher will teach, the preacher will preach, the miner will dig in the mine. Well, I ride the roads, trusting in God, hugging my bottle of wine. Bottle of wine, fruit of the vine, when you gonna let me get sober? Let me alone, let me go home, let me go back and start over. Bottle of wine, fruit of the vine, when you gonna let me get sober? Let me alone, let me go home, let me go back and start over.
Leave paradise and they put up a parking lot with a pink hotel, a boutique and a swinging hot spot. Don't it always seem to go, but you don't know what you've got till it's gone. They paved paradise and they put up a parking lot. All the trees and they put them in a trees museum. Charge the people $1.50 just to see them. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? They paved paradise and they put up a parking lot. Farmer, put away the DDT now. Give me spots on my apples, but leave me the birds and the bees. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? They paved paradise and they put up a parking lot. Late last night I heard the screen door slam, and a big yellow tractor took away my house and my land. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? They paved paradise and they put up a parking lot. Paved paradise and they put up a parking lot. They paved paradise and they put up a parking lot. Oh, the morning was a pretty one, and frost was in the air. The sun had made the mountain tops before we made the stairs. We hardly had awakened or stumbled from our sleep when the morning was all over and no prophet had been reached. The afternoon came sliding in unnoticed by the day, which only served to dry our eyes and chase the cold away. The sun threw longer shadows now that fell before our feet, and one by one illuminate the street lamps in the streets. Was upon us now before we knew the score. How could the day have gone so fast? Could we have made it more? It's time to go to Betty Bye. It's time to go so soon. And the stars came out to decorate the halo around the moon. So is it hard to recognize the subject of my song? It's not about a day at all, but of your whole life long. The time is running out so fast and bursting your balloons. And the stars come out to decorate the halo around your moon. The morning was a pretty one.
This is an Irish song of praise dedicated to all those in the audience who like a drop of the hard stuff. It's got a chorus, so do sing along if you fancy it. It's called Jug and Punch. As I was sitting in the jug and spoon one fine evening in the month of June, a birdie sang on an ivy bunch, and the song he sang was the jug of punch. Tooraloo, 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 tooraloo,
Sad Tale of Gluttony comes now from a 19th century broadside ballad. And when you paid your 5 shillings to come in tonight, you probably thought, what you're going to do is come in, sit down in the seats, and that was it. Well, you're not. You're going to sing now. All you have to do is to sing everything that I sing. And it's called Three Sailors from Bristol City. There were 3 sailors from Bristol City, and that's the first bit you sing, in fact, after me. If you can't sing, mime. Right? There were 3 sailors from Bristol City. There were 3 sailors from Bristol City who stole a boat and went to sea. Who stole a boat and went to sea. Good, that's lovely. Keep it up. There was Gorging Jack and Guzzling Jimmy. There was Gorging Jack and Guzzling Jimmy. And there was little boy Billy. And there was little boy Billy. They stole a tin of Captain's biscuits. They stole a tin of Captain's biscuits. And 3 bottles of the finest whiskey. And 3 bottles of the finest whiskey. And when they reached the broad Atlantic, and when they reached the broad Atlantic, all they had left was 1 split pea. All they had left was 1 split pea. Said Gorging Jack to Guzzling Jimmy. Said Gorging Jack to Guzzling Jimmy. I'm old and tough, so let's eat tea. I'm old and tough, so let's eat tea. Oh, Billy boy, we're gonna kill and eat ya. Oh, Billy boy, we're gonna kill and eat ya. So undo the top button of your little chemise. Undo the top button of your little chemise. First let me say my catechism. First let me say my catechism. That my poor mother taught to me. That my poor mother taught to me. And when he had reached the 11th commandment, and when he had reached the 11th commandment, yo-ho, he cried, it's land I see. Yo-ho, he cried, it's land I see. It was the British fleet at anchor. It was the British fleet at anchor. With Admiral Nelson, KCB. With Admiral Nelson, KCB. The young Gorging Jack and Guzzling Jimmy. The young Gorging Jack and Guzzling Jimmy. And made an admiral out of little boy Billy. And made an admiral out of little boy Billy. You are lovely. Thanks very much.
If any of you have ever been to a folk club, you'll perhaps appreciate that on a number of occasions there's a lot of noise goes on in folk clubs when the main artist isn't singing. And there's a lot of singers who stand up and sing for nothing, and they're really sincere about what they're doing, and these are the people that really keep folk clubs going. But unfortunately, perhaps they're not so good as a guest artist, so people talk. And in particular, the bar, if there's a bar in the same room, the barman isn't that interested in folk music, he's just there to serve beer for an evening. So a lot of noise comes from the bar. And one evening at a club in Northampton, it was a singer's evening, and Rick was singing, and everybody, the bar in particular, was making all sorts of a noise. So I wrote a song in anger called The Walking the Floor Singer's Blues. I've sung my songs to everyone who came to hear me sing, and I've closed my eyes and played the best I could. I just wanted them to listen and appreciate the words, and I needed them to say they understood. But someone kept on talking and opening the door that brought the noise of voices from the street. And the barman got his hand stuck in the hinges on the till and was knocking tops off bottles with his teeth. I've sung my songs for pleasure and rarely for much more, and I couldn't learn a song I didn't feel. I'm appearing here by courtesy of dear big-hearted me, and I'm doing what comes natural for real. But someone keeps on talking and opening that door that has not seen an oil can for weeks. And the barman with his hand stuck in the hinges on the till is washing up the glasses with his feet. I've planned it out how one day I should get across to folks, and I'll hang my heart in the great big hit parade. If I sacrifice sincerity and buy a microphone, then only sing to people when I'm paid. And the feller who keeps talking and opening the door, and the someone at the back who's begun to sneeze, and the barman with his hand free from the hinges on the till who's decided he'd like last orders, please.
Should be sung by a great hearty sailor, so you'll have to use your imaginations. It's called Sally Free and Easy. Sally free and easy, that should be her name. Sally free and easy, that should be her name. Took a sailor's loving for a nursery game. All the heart she gave him was not made of stone. All the heart she gave him was not made of stone. It was sweet and hollow, like a honeycomb.
Dust in the air, all through the mine. It's concrete on your lungs, and you're old before your time. You may take on board a ship, aye, and sail to foreign lands. You may work upon the land and run the good soil through your hands. Even in an office you can breathe the air so fine, but you're coughing and you're spitting dust when you're walking down a mine. Dust in the air, all through the mine. It's concrete on your lungs, and you're old before your time. The coal seam rich and gleaming, aye, it's far beneath the soil. Black gold is what they calls it, and it's won with sweat and toil. And when your shift is over and you take your well-earned rest, you'll never get to spend black gold when it's lying on your chest. Dust in the air, all through the mine. It's concrete on your lungs, and you're old before your time. Explosions blast the coal, the powder dust is in the air. Shearers and trepanners with the picks to do their share. Conveyor belts and fans help to pass it along the line, and you can't escape the dust when you're walking down a mine. Dust in the air, all through the mine. It's concrete on your lungs, and you're old before your time. In the tailgates and them other gates and on the long wall face, they use masks and sprays and hoses to keep it in its place. Coal must be won, the race is on, the picks and shovels fly. But you also have to breathe the air that's ganning round and by. Dust in the air, all through the mine. It's concrete on your lungs, boys, and you're old before your time.
Sailor, sail away, steal another dream today. There's lots of others sailing on your sea. Half of what you leave behind is out of sight, so out of mind. Maybe that's the way I choose to be. He's here today, but soon be gone. He's got to keep on sailing on. He's traveled from those far and distant haves. Once more around this crazy world, he's searching for those dreams he can wish upon, sailing with the waves of Sailor Jane. Sailor, sail away, steal another dream today. There's lots of others sailing on your sea. Half of what you leave behind is out of sight, so out of mind. Maybe that's the way I choose to be. You talked about your fancy cars, and that night you slept beneath the stars, and you played the part-time dropout as you please. I've seen the film and read the book, and I've shared it with the time it took, and I've brought your way of thinking to its knees. Sailor, sail away, steal another dream today. There's lots of others sailing on your sea. Half of what you leave behind is out of sight, so out of mind. And maybe that's the way I choose to be.
I wish that it's all in vain. I wish I was a maid again, a maid again. I never shall be till apples grow on an orange tree. I wish my baby it was born and smiling on his daddy's knee, and me poor girl was dead and gone, with the long green grass growing over me. Oh, once I wore my apron low, he followed me through frost and snow, but now my apron is to my knee. He cares no more what becomes of me. Oh grief, I'll tell you why. That girl has more gold than I, more gold than I, and beauty and fame, but she will come like me again.
Wish I had a troubadour sitting at my knee, playing the stately rhythms of the ancient balladry. If I had a troubadour, I'd call him to your side. He would sing for you, he would sing for you until you smile. Wish I had a castle clown with bells upon his hat, doing tricks and somersaults. You'd have to laugh at that. If I had a castle clown, I'd call him to your side. He'd do tricks for you, he'd do tricks for you until you smile. Wish I had a wind, I'd bring it by, a gentle western wind to dry your eye, a southern wind to keep you from your crying. I'm still trying. Wish I had a royal ballet to summon at my will, dancing in the candlelight, some lovely old quadrille. If I had a royal ballet I signal with a nod. They will dance for you. They will dance for you until you smile. Wish I had a wind, I'd bring it by. A gentle western wind to dry your eye. A southern wind to keep you from your crime. I'm still trying. Wish I had a troubadour sitting at my knee, playing stately rhythms of the ancient balladry. If I had a troubadour, I'd signal with my hand. He would dance for you, he would sing for you, he would sing for you until you smile.
Here's a song from Ireland. It's a warning to all you young ladies that might be tempted, so to speak. It's called Black Waterside. One morning fair, I took the air down by Black Waterside. 'Twas in gazing all around me, the Irish lad I spied. All through the dark part of the night, we lay in sport and play, till this young man arose and gathered his clothes, saying, "Fare thee well today." That's not the promise that you gave to me when first you lay on my breast. You could make me believe with your lying tongue that the sun rose in the west. Go home to your father's garden. Go home and weep your fill, and think on your own misfortunes that you brought with your wanton will. There's not a fair maid living in the land more easily led than I, for the fishes may fly and the seas run dry before he'll marry I. One morning fair, I took the air down by Black Waterside. 'Twas in gazing all around me,
Oh, your pictures, they don't really do you justice, little girl. Oh, you're careful not to let the camera touch your private world. And there's just a hint of sadness in your smile through the dark as you slip your dress off slowly for the sailor or the clock. And it could have been so different, and at times you feel bad. Oh, you really did have something that the others never had. And the circle turns and turns and turns so fast. Well, you must have been just 15 when you made your mind up first that you'd make it in the movies, and you couldn't lose the first. And it took you to the attic where the agent king holds court, and his courtesans are fully paid up losers of the soul. And he looks at you and tells you that you just might get the part, but you don't get things for nothing, and he doesn't want your heart. And the circle turns and turns and turns, so sad, little girl. Well, you made it to the silver screen, and yet you're not a star. And advertising courses didn't get you too far. And money has its favorites, and yours went back to them. So you modeled in a studio in Green Street for the rent. And there you met Antonio, your lover from afar. Put you on the streets to make the money for his car. And the circle turns and turns and turns, so sad, little girl. Oh, your pictures, they don't really do you justice anymore, for they're crumpled now and faded, and were taken long ago. And that faintly coy expression has now left without a trace. Ah, there's little of it buried in the ruins of your face. And it could have been so different, and at times you feel bad. Oh, you really did have something that the others never had. And the circle turns and turns and turns, so sad, little girl. And the circle turns and turns and turns, so sad, little girl. And the circle turns and turns, and it's too bad, little girl.
Thank you very much, Rick. This one is part of your cultural heritage, so you should join in it. It's a song, various versions. It's one of the most popular chorus songs in folk clubs. It's called Pleasant and Delightful. This version comes from East Anglia, collected in Norfolk. And there is a lovely chorus. I mean, it really is good, and it allows all of you tremendous scope. Or else. Right, put yourself together, madam, will you? Thank you. Oh, pleasant and delightful on a bright summer's morn, when the hillside and the meadows are all covered in corn, and the blackbirds and thrushes sang on every green spray, and the larks they sang melodious at the dawning of the day, and the larks they sang melodious, and the larks they sang melodious, and the larks they sang melodious at the dawning of the day. Now a soldier and his true love were walking one day. Said the soldier to his true love, I am bound far away. I am bound for the East Indies, where the loud cannons roar. I must go and leave you, Nancy. You're the girl that I adore. I must go and leave you, Nancy. I must go and leave you, Nancy. I must go and leave you, Nancy. You're the girl that I adore. Now 3 sighs she gave him, saying, William, my dear, are you going for to leave me in sorrow and despair? Are you going for to leave me in sorrow to complain, till you from the Indies return back again? Till you from the Indies, louder, till you from the Indies, till you from the Indies return back again. Now a ring from her finger she instantly drew, saying, take this, dearest William, and my love go too. And as they embraced, tears from her eyes fell. She said, may I go along with you? Oh no, me love, farewell. Saying, may I go along with you? Saying, may I go along with you? Saying, may I go along with you? Oh no, me love, farewell. So farewell, lovely Nancy, I must bid you adieu, for the big ship is awaiting to gather her crew. I must sail to the broad ocean on a swift flowing tide. But if ever I return again, I will make you your bride, my bride, your turn. And if ever I return again, and if ever I return again, and if ever I return again, I will make you my bride. Pleasant and delightful. Thank you very much.
Mother, I would marry, yes, I would be a bride. I would have a young man forever by my side. Oh, if I had a young man, how happy I would be, for I am so tired and oh so weary of singularity. Whistle, daughter, whistle, and you shall have a cow. I cannot whistle, mother dear, indeed I know not how. But if I had a young man, how happy I would be, for I am so tired and oh so weary of my propriety. Whistle, daughter, whistle, and you shall have a sheep. I cannot whistle, mother dear, I can only weep. But if I had a young man, how happy I would be, for I am so tired and oh so weary of my virginity. Whistle, daughter, whistle, and you shall have a man. You impudent young maiden, what makes you whistle now? unfortunate young lady was betrayed by a sailor called Bert. Oh, woe is me, alas, alack, a tear rolls down my cheek as I tell the tale of Nellie Clack, the belle of Barking Creek. Her hair was yellow as the morning sun, except where the black shows through, and her age has been a steady 21 since 1942. And every day she wheels a barrow selling whelks and winkles by the score, and she only strays from the straight and narrow when the fleet is home in port. For a sailor boy she cannot resist, her mind and her knees grew weak, and every mattel over miles has kissed the belle of Barking Creek. Then one fine evening when the moon was new, she stood at the garden gate, while idly wondering what to do. Poor Nellie met her fate. A great big stoker by the name of Bert came into town that day, and he said, "Cor blimey, what a piece of skirt," and carried her away. And she fried his socks and she darned his bacon, and she scarcely paused for breath. But very soon she was overtaken by a fate that is worse than death. He said, "I'm going, but I'll soon be back. I'll write to you every week." But I know darn well that Nellie Clack is up the Barking Creek.
Your chance to clap your hands, make many noise.
Everybody join in, let's go.